Your emails coming in. What are folks saying about the World Cup, Charlotte?
Yeah, about World Cup habits. Our survey showed that a third of people wouldn't even answer the door when a game was on. Well, someone who works in IT in Scotland has said they've watched every game at work on their iPhone. It's fantastic. Stephen Kent says he's one of few men who can't stand football. He went to see Sex and the City 2. And instead, he said, is he the only one? And Abby says...
He was the only man in the whole cinema.
Yes, you are the only one.
Yes, Steve.
Abby says, to be honest, with the games not being exciting, I've been doing ironing while watching them.
Well, that's a good idea.
Lovely. A bad day to do ironing today, or a good day?
Ironing's not my thing. I don't even have an ironing board at home.
Well, you'd be pressing a lot to get rid of that ruffle this morning, wouldn't you?
What's wrong with my ruffle?
Yeah. We'll take a break there, and we'll be back all the top stories of the morning right after this. Don't go away.
Following on from George Osborne's speech last night, finance and regulation of the markets will be on the agenda of David Cameron's first EU summit today. Our correspondent Alex Rossi is in Brussels. And Alex, we've seen a bit of David Cameron already today. Is it going to... Now, the World Cup may only happen once every 4 years, but when it comes around, it seems to prompt some fairly big changes in lifestyle. Out of 2 habits this morning, we've had quite a few coming in.
Yeah, but to what degree would you like to impact on your life? I mean, I can understand the big games if it involved your home nation. Of course, I understand that. But, you know, Uruguay against Honduras, what do we care?
Well, I don't know, but some people like watching them, and especially some of them have gone... not the way that you'd expect, like, you know, the match with Spain, for example. Yes, but, I mean, do you know, there's things to do in life, you know. I mean, you can't have an excuse to watch every single game, surely. Do you watch games other than England games? Not really. Not really? No, well, no. A lot of people do, though. You see, it's like, you know, when you as you support Man United, as I do, they're on television so often, it's very hard to justify watching anything else, really, at any other time. What are you laughing at? Oh, you know, Man United are on twice a week often. There we go. I'm glad you find that so amusing, Charlotte. There we go. It's lovely for you as a Man United supporter. Well, front pages of the papers. We look at The Guardian. We've got the Deputy Prime Minister, Nick Clegg. He's talking about family life and what the government can do to help it, make children's lives happier. After this from Charlotte. Thanks, Eamon. The Chancellor's announced the biggest shake-up to financial regulation in more than a decade, all designed to avoid a repeat of the banking crisis. The Financial Services Authority will be abolished and Mervyn King will become... And we're getting lots of nice emails and replies and that, so we're going to deal with those just before 9 o'clock this morning. Let us know. Yeah, who will play in goal for Fabio Capello? It could do with the psychology of it all. Here comes the showbiz news now with Tony Cowell. Good to see you, Tony. Good morning, Eamon. We've got a big headline blaring out of the Daily Mirror. Cheryl's secret love holiday. Where's she gone to? Well, she's off to Africa with her new mate Derek the dancer. But look, you know, I don't think this is, you know, Cheryl's love of her life. But what's good about this is she's getting some time out, going off to have some fun, which is what she needs. A wee break now before the X Factor starts, so it's good. Well, the thing about this, of course, I mean, dancing is quite emotive and evocative and all that sort of thing. And I've seen this guy on stage with he wraps himself around her and vice versa and whatever. Yes. But I mean, could it be just purely professional? As I said, I don't think this is Cheryl's love of her life, but who cares? Look, you know, she's got to have fun, hasn't she? And just get over this whole divorce thing. They've gone to Tanzania. Tanzania. Well, it is Derek the dancer, isn't it? Derek the dancer. Can't deny that. Can't do that. Piers Morgan. Now, Piers Morgan, this is the Larry King programme on CNN. Is this a definite? Is this just being talked about? No, this is, as far as I understand, this is a definite done deal that Piers is going to take over from Larry King. Larry King's getting on a little bit. But this is a massive, massive deal for Piers because what it proves is that America actually gets him, which, I have to be honest, in the early stages, I didn't really see how he got away with it. Yes. But I've watched Piers a lot, very closely on Britain's Got Talent, and I understand now that this guy, you know, brings something different to it. But also, this is what he was born for. This Larry King format is an excellent format. Yeah, it would suit him, to be honest. Yeah, it really would. That was the Kelvin McKenzie column in The Sun. Your own brother here, whose generosity is legendary. Absolutely. And here's a story here about Softy Simon in The Star. It's Mr Softy Simon. It's the caring cows again, isn't it?
It's a story about a couple of weeks ago, American Idol, where he always gives lots of presents and stuff to all his staff and the production staff. And that's just the way he is. And I guess we have
what
to...
What sort of presents are we talking about
Well,
here?
like, wallets for the boys and stuff like that.
Handbags for the girls.
And handbags for the girls.
That's a good idea.
You know, that's the way you do it,
We should start that off here, I think.
I mean, surely you must buy the girls' handbags.
I buy them Maltesers, I buy them flowers from the petrol station. I get no thanks at all for what
I want to work for Simon Cowell.
Just no
Well, that's right. I think, look, you know...
We might defect,
Look, we've almost got the new X Factor panel here.
But the thing is, of course, he also brings lots of friends to Ascot and things. Are you going to be amongst them?
I am actually off to Ascot this afternoon, yes, with Emma, and... I should be rubbing shoulders with royalty, of course, Eamon, as you know. That's just my mother I'm talking about. No, it's a great day. I'm looking forward to that. But again, this is another thing that Simon does. Today is like a family day in his box. And but, you know, the rest of the week is like it's a PR thing to look after, take his staff there too and everything else.
Listen, if anybody drops out, there's 4 of us here. Nothing to do today.
Come this afternoon.
And you'll want to know, give your own personalised weather forecast today for Royal Ascot.
Yeah, it's looking good in Ascot today.
Fantastic.
A fine, beautifully bright, lots of lovely
There we
sunshine.
go. Big news this morning is that the new footy fixtures for the Premier League come out today. We'll all be hooked to find those. Keep it here on Sky News. We've got the live desk next with Colin Brazier from Sunrise. See you in the morning.